Hello dear children and welcome to yet another online class of science. Now dear children, today we are going to start a new lesson from your book. Lesson number 2, Human Body, the Teeth. Now children, in the previous lesson we learnt about food, its importance and the importance of nutrients. But dear children, one thing which you must realize it, the nutrients can help our body, the food can help our body only when it is digested properly. And unlike the popular belief, the process of digestion does not start in the stomach. It actually starts in the mouth. In order to be digested properly, the food must undergo the following processes in the very beginning very properly. That is tearing, cutting, grinding, and chewing. That means the food must be first of all torn properly, cut properly, that must be chewed and ground properly to a pulp, soft, mushy mass. Then only food becomes suitable for digestion. And in order to enable all this tearing, cutting, grinding, chewing, the part of our body that helps, that comes into use is the teeth. So we can understand, without the presence of teeth, it would almost be impossible to have food, because in the very beginning we won't be able to cut or tear the food, and even if the food is already in a smaller size, we won't be able to chew it properly, right? So dear children, so we can understand from here that teeth is a very important part of our body. Now human beings, they have two sets of teeth. They have two sets of teeth, milk teeth and permanent teeth. Permanent teeth. Milk teeth and permanent teeth. Now children, in the very beginning when a child is born, he or she doesn't have teeth in the mouth. After certain years, the teeth starts growing. The process by which the teeth grows in the mouth, the process by which human beings develop teeth, is known as teething. What it is called? Teething. T-E-E-T-H-I-N-G. Teething is the process by which teeth grows and develops in the gums inside the mouth. Alright. Now, as I told you earlier, there are two types of teeth, milk teeth and permanent teeth. Let's talk first about milk teeth. By the name only you can understand that this is the first teeth to emerge in our mouth. When the child is still dependent on mother's milk, that time the first set of teeth that starts growing is called milk teeth. First of all, we must understand that milk teeth is temporary. Milk teeth is temporary. Milk teeth won't stay in your mouth forever. It grows when you are around 6 months of age. When you are around 6 months of age, and in the very beginning, around set of 20 milk teeth. Milk teeth grows. Okay, in the very beginning, a set of 20 teeth grow. Now let's see what the book says about this. Human beings have two sets of teeth, temporary, that is milk teeth, and permanent. The process by which teeth emerges from the gum is called teething. I told you about that. Now let's see what book says about the temporary teeth. The first set of teeth is called temporary teeth or the milk teeth. Most children start developing these teeth at the age of 6 months. From birth, when they are 6 months old, most of the children, they start developing the temporary teeth or the milk teeth. At the age of 3 years, they usually have a set of about 20 teeth. See, in the beginning only all the 20 teeth does not come. It grows one, and by the age of 6 months, by the age of 3 years, they develop a set of 20 teeth. Now remember, what do we learn from about milk teeth here? First of all, milk teeth is temporary. Secondly, milk teeth starts developing from the age of 6 months, and by the time a child reaches the age of 3 years, he has a set of 20 teeth. This is temporary teeth, hence it is called milk teeth. Now coming to permanent teeth, after 3 years, after 3 years, the milk teeth starts falling out one by one and a new set of teeth grows. That's permanent teeth. Okay, that's permanent teeth. This is the teeth which remains with us throughout our life. It breaks, something goes wrong, hardly it grows back. And for milk permanent teeth, we can say there are 32 teeth. There are 32 permanent teeth in our mouth, which we develop up to the age of 18 years or so. And after that, it remains with us for the whole life. Like I told you earlier, in middle, if it breaks due to any accident or due to not taken care properly, if the teeth breaks, it won't grow back again. The void will remain, the blank space will remain blank forever. So let's see what the book says about this. Permanent teeth. At around the age of 6 years, the milk teeth start to fall out. A new set of bigger teeth start appearing in their place. This second set of teeth is called the permanent set of teeth. An adult usually has 32 permanent teeth. Now children, milk teeth fully develops at the age of 3 years. For the next 3 years, the teeth remains, milk teeth remains, but in between this only, slowly milk teeth starts to fall out, and by the age of 6 years, these fallen milk teeth starts getting replaced by permanent teeth, and by the time person attains adult age, that is 18 and above, a person has 32 permanent teeth. Now children, we are going to learn, I hope this part was clear to you. Once again I will be telling you, teeth is an important organ of our body, okay, part of our body, whose purpose is to cut, tear, grind and chew the food. Now, the process by which the teeth emerges from the gums, the teeth develops in the mouth, is called teething. Alright? And there are two sets of teeth, milk teeth and permanent teeth. Milk teeth starts developing when the child is around 6 months of age. 6 months of age. It is temporary teeth, and by the time the child attains the age of 3 years, the kid has around 20 set of milk teeth. Once again I am telling you, it is temporary. Why temporary? Because after 3 years, between 3 and 6 years, the milk teeth slowly starts falling out, and by the time the kid reaches the age of 6 years, this fallen milk teeth starts getting replaced with a bigger set of teeth, which is called permanent teeth. An adult, a fully grown healthy adult, usually has 32 pair of permanent teeth. So now we'll be moving on to types of teeth. Types of teeth. Now children, the 32 teeth, okay, in our mouth is usually arranged in both upper and lower jaws. Upper and lower jaw. And but there are 4 types of teeth. They are incisors. INCISORS, incisors. Canines, CANINES, canines. Then you have premolars, 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 and then 4th one you have molars. 4th one you have molars. Okay, we have incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Now, how many incisors are there? 4. How many canines are there? 2. Premolars 4 and molars 6. These are the number of teeth in each jaw. In each jaw. That is, if you take lower jaw, in our lower jaw we have 4 incisors, 4 incisors, 2 canines, 4 premolars and 6 molars. That makes a total of 16 in each jaw. It means in each jaw we have 16. 16 plus 16 is 32 teeth. Now question is, what are their functions? What are their functions? So incisors are used for cutting and biting the food. See, incisors are the first 4 teeth. They are broad, they are flat, but they have a sharp edge. They have a sharp edge. Hence, they are used for cutting and biting. The very first dig that we take at any food, the very first bite that we take is always from the incisors. Then we have canines. Canines is used for tearing the food. Tearing the food. Dear children, like I told you, incisors are the first 4 teeth with sharp top, right? But incisors, like there are 2 of them, they are a bit higher, not this big around, but they have pointed edge. They have pointed edge. They are used for tearing the food. When we bite the food, the incisors dig into it, incisors hold it, and when we pull it out, the incisors help to tear it. Then you have premolars. They are broad-shaped teeth. They are broad-shaped teeth located in the lower side, and their work is to crush the food. Their work is to crush the food. Okay, crush it, make it soft, make what you call, reduce it to a pulp. The work is of premolars. And then the last one we have molars. They are big, they are flat, and they are located like premolars. They are located in the lower jaw side. Their work is to chew and grind. Chew and grind the food. Chew and grind the food. So once again I will be repeating this to you. We have 4 types of teeth in our mouth: incisors, canine, premolars and molars. Incisors are the first 4 flat yet sharp edged teeth. Sharp edged teeth. There are 4 incisors in each jaw. It means how many incisors we have in total? 8. And its work is to cut and bite the food. Then comes canine. Canines are located in the side. They are longer and pointed set of teeth. There are 2 canines in each jaw. It means all total there are 4 canines. There are 4 canines, and their work is to tear the food. Their work is tearing the food. Then we have premolars. We have 4 premolars in each jaw. That means 8 premolars in total. They are flat. They are broad and flat, and their work is to crush the food. Their work is almost similar to the mortar and pestle. And then in the very end we have molars. Big, broad and flat. And this is the only difference between premolars and molars. Molars are bigger and they are flatter. They are located in the back jaw. There are 6 of them. It means all total we have 12 molars, and their work is to chew and grind the food to reduce the food to pulp. To reduce the food to pulp. Once the food has been reduced to pulp, once the food has been cut, bit, torn, crushed and chewed and ground, it is ready for swallowing and digestion. So one thing we can understand, all these teeth, 4 teeth in their respective numbers are very important part of our body. Any of them gets lesser, food won't be ready, food won't be chewed, crushed or torn food is not chewed, crushed or torn properly, it won't digest properly, leading to digestive problems. So let's see what your book has to say about this. Types of teeth. According to their shapes and functions, teeth are of four types. Incisors, there are four in each jaw. Canines, two in each jaw. Premolars, four in each jaw. And molars, six in each jaw. Along with this, there is a diagram, a set diagram given here. Incisors, flat and have a sharp edge. Like I told you earlier, they are flat but they have a sharp edge. Their function is to cut and bite the food. Then we have canine, sharp and pointed. They are taller, sharper and pointed. Their work is to tear off the food. Then we have premolars. They are broad in shape and their function is to crush the food. And then we have molars. They are bigger, flatter and broader than premolars. And their function is to chew and grind the food. In children, there are three types of teeth. They are incisor, canine and molars. They don't have premolars. There are 8 incisors, 4 in each jaw, 4 canines, 2 in each jaw and 8 molars, 4 in each jaw. Thus they have 20 teeth in their mouth. Okay, this is for milk teeth. This is for milk teeth. The data which I have given here is for permanent teeth. In adult, all 4 types of teeth are present: incisors, canines, premolars and molar. So what we can understand from here is, in children there are 20 teeth which are temporary, and in that the premolar is missing. Only teeth they have is incisors, canines and molars. But in adults there are 32 teeth and they have all the 4 set: incisors, canines, premolars and molars. So this is the difference between, this is one more difference between milk teeth and permanent teeth. Now next topic is part of a tooth. Now these are the types of teeth, right? But there is one more thing. Each tooth has a particular part. Each tooth has a particular part. That being okay, the drawing might be rough around the edges, but it is enough to give you a bit of a clear idea. So teeth normally has certain parts in it, parts of tooth. So let's see what are there. The very first one is enamel. Enamel. Then the lower one, dentine. Then this one, the one which has all the nerves, is pulp. pulp, and this lower section here is the gums, and these wirings are nerve and blood vessels. Blood vessels. Okay, so children, if you look at this particular drawing and if you consider the gums, the red one, the red muscular part to be boundary, right, then the teeth has two parts actually. Part of teeth which is above the gum and part of the teeth which is present under the gum, right? So this particular part up to gum containing enamel dentine pulp, enamel dentine pulp is called crown, is called crown. And this lower part which is present under the gums inside containing nerves and blood vessels, this is called root. This is called root. Any damage to the root is actually the effect on nerves and blood vessels, due to which we have severe pain or even sometimes blood comes from the teeth. Once again I am telling you, teeth, parts of a tooth, there are two parts. The part present above the gum containing enamel dentine and pulp, that's called crown, and the part present under the gums containing nerves and blood vessels, which is known as root. Alright, so let's see what your book says about this. Each tooth has a crown and a root. As I told you earlier, crown and root, the part present above the gums and the part present below the gums. The part of the tooth that can be seen above the gums, the one which is visible, we can see, is called the crown. The part of the tooth that is present inside the gums is called root. The gums surround the teeth and hold them firmly in their place. Gums are like soil. The work which soil does for the tree, it holds it in a place. Same work gums do for the teeth. They hold it in a place. A tooth is made up of three main layers. Now, a tooth that is crown has three main layers. The teeth which we are seeing has three layers: enamel, dentine and pulp. So let's see what it is. Enamel, it is the outermost layer of the tooth. It is generally white. The enamel is the hardest part of the tooth, the one which we can see. It is the outermost layer of the tooth. It is generally white and it is the hardest part. Next we have dentine. It is a layer below the enamel. It is generally yellow, just below the enamel, and it is a tad bit yellow. And pulp, it is the center layer of the tooth. It is very soft. It contains nerves and blood vessels. This one. Hence, any damage that comes to the teeth, if it reaches up to the pulp, you will have severe pain and even blood will come out, because pulp is what contains the nerve as well as the blood vessels. Okay, dear children. Now, care of teeth and gums. This is one part which I don't have to read and explain to you, because you all know very well by now that you have understood what teeth is. Caring for the teeth is of utmost importance. You don't care for the teeth, you lose your permanent teeth early. Like I told you earlier, they won't grow back, and if they don't grow back, you will never be able to chew your food properly. Hence, your digestion will never be proper, right? But question is, what is the danger to the teeth? Teeth is inside the mouth, right? So what is the danger? In fact, teeth is the one part of the body which is always at a great risk. Let me read it to you how. We must take proper care of our teeth. If we do not clean them properly, food particles may get stuck between the teeth, leading to the growth of germs in them. Children, this is one reason why you have been told to brush your teeth twice in a day. Why? Because this kind of 32 teeth are there, and between all the teeth there is certain gap. Now, if you are not brushing your teeth properly, if you are not cleaning your teeth properly, food particles will get stuck in it, in the place, leading to growth of germs and plaque, and slowly the decay will start. See, These germs form a sticky yellow layer called plaque. They release acid that destroys the enamel of the tooth. This results in tooth decay and cavities. Cavities meaning holes in the teeth. Because whatever food particles get stuck, if they are not taken out, if the place is not cleaned properly, slowly their germs grow. These germs form a sticky yellow layer called plaque. Now when plaque is formed, plaque starts releasing one kind of acid. Okay, this acid is strong enough to destroy the hardest part of the tooth, that is the enamel. And once enamel gets destroyed, then slowly dentine gets destroyed. The germs, they form cavity, reach up to the pulp, and for a long time you suffer from toothache, your teeth decays, and at last the only option left for you is to visit the dentist and have that tooth pulled out, which in itself is a loss. Hence, caring of the teeth is very important. Now, personal care of the teeth. Now, children, one thing you can do to care for the teeth. Now, if I tell you, don't eat sweets, don't eat fast food, well, it's not like you are going to listen. But one thing you can do if you are habituated to eating a lot of food is you must brush twice a day very, very properly. That is the first personal care that you can take for the teeth. If you take proper care of your teeth, they will remain strong and healthy forever. You should develop healthy dental care habits. There are several ways you can take care of your teeth. What is the first one? You should brush your teeth at least twice a day. This is the primary thing you can do. Once before going to bed at night and once after getting out of bed in the morning. Second, you should rinse your mouth well after meals. Means when you have taken your meals and you are washing your mouth, you must put water in your mouth. You must move the water around. You must rinse it properly and you must spit that water out. Okay? You must floss your teeth under adult supervision to clean spaces between the teeth. Now sometimes children, brushing the teeth is not enough because food is stuck in the spaces between the teeth. So what you can do, you can use a dental floss. It is a medical thread like thing which you can put in middle and you can pull it. But you must do it in adult supervision. Otherwise there is a very good chance you will injure your gums. You will injure your gums. Hence you should floss your teeth only under adult supervision. Floss is a very strong and thin thread. It easily passes between the teeth and cleans the area between the teeth. Next, massage your gums regularly and use a tongue cleaner to clean your tongue. Now children, most of the time the food particles, they not only get stuck in the teeth, they form a yellow plaque, whitish yellow plaque layer on the tongue also, which also leads to growth of germs and affects the teeth. Hence, time to time use tongue cleaner to clean out your tongue. Next thing you can do, regular dental checkup. See, hardly people like to visit a dentist, and people love to visit a dentist only when they have the problem already and the last option for them is to have teeth pulled out. But this problem won't be there in the first place if you all visit dentists regularly. Let's see what the book says about this. To prevent damage to your teeth, you should always visit a dentist regularly. The dentist carries out proper dental checkup. They can detect the damage to your teeth and give you a proper treatment. This will keep your teeth healthy. Many a time children, as we are not very much familiar with the tooth and structure, we come to know about the damage only when it has taken place in a permanent nature. But if we visit dentists regularly, time to time, right, dentists can check our teeth, and if there is any problem which is arising, dentists can give us timely treatment. This way we won't lose our teeth also, and our teeth will remain healthy forever. And next one, diet for healthy teeth and gums. Of course, we need to check our food habits also, our eating habits, in order to have healthy teeth. Let's see. The health of your teeth and gums also depends on your food. You should eat a balanced diet to keep your teeth and gums healthy and strong. Remember, balanced diet is very necessary in order to keep our teeth as well as gums healthy. Next, you should avoid eating too much of sugar, sweets and fizzy drinks. Fizzy drinks meaning cold drinks. Remember, have it, but in a controlled manner. Avoid eating too much of sugar, too much of sweet or too much of fizzy drinks. Next, you should eat a diet that is rich in calcium, such as milk and milk products. because calcium is what makes our teeth and bones strong. We learned it in lesson 1. So we must take a diet which is rich in calcium, and the best option for that is milk and milk products. Next, vitamin D also helps in calcium absorption. It is present in milk, egg and some fish. Sunlight also plays an important role in vitamin D formation. So if you want to have a healthy teeth, you must follow a very healthy, balanced diet, avoid too much of sugar and sweet, and eat a diet which is rich in calcium as well as vitamin D. So dear children, with this your lesson 2 stands concluded. I urge you to go through the video properly so that you can complete your lessons accordingly. And as far as your homework goes, I'll be providing you pics of the exercises. You can look at them and solve them accordingly. Thank you very much. Stay safe.